Jenny seems to have captured the mood of the House, but I'll call the Liberal Democrat spokesperson, Steve Darling.
Thank you, and thank you, Madam Speaker. And as the Liberal Democrat spokesman, I would like to not disappoint the Minister by assuring him that we do have broad agreement with an awful lot that is within this bill. However, there are some areas that we touched on in our meeting earlier on today that we do have concerns, and they're not dissimilar to my colleague on my right on more ways than one. But for us as Liberal Democrats, it is ensuring that the individuals have confidence and given the ability to actually invest and knowing what they're about, and also supporting businesses to be able to get their pensions out and supporting their employees. Elements of this bill is about re-engineering to actually drive better outcomes for those who have pensions, and that is to be very much welcomed, and also the investment. But for us, it is making sure that the individuals are front and centre of that support. After all, we know, and others have already alluded to this, that there are 12 million people who are not saving enough. And the challenge for me, I know in my own constituency of Torbay, is that some people have challenges just to get enough money to put bread on the table and cover their bills. And yet, to save would be on their wildest dreams for their pension. So reflecting on how we can drive that agenda of supporting people to make those changes around how they can save is absolutely essential. I come to my father, who was a haulage contractor or more commonly a lorry driver, and was self-employed. And he saw the poverty that his father lived in, and he chose in the 1980s to save for a private pension, as Mrs Thatcher suggested. And he did, and he put probably more than half of his income at times into savings, but because he was poorly advised, the stock market crashed and he was left with less money than what he actually put into the savings. So that was horrific for him. Fortunately, the systems are now more protective of people who put into pensions, but it is a cautionary tale that what can go wrong, and so making sure that we're supporting those individuals is absolutely essential. As Liberal Democrats, we really welcome the development of larger pots that will hopefully drive better outcomes for individuals. Also, we know that in our more complex world of employment, many people will have small pots. So whilst we welcome the idea of drawing these together in certain pots, we're not convinced whether perhaps the pots should follow the pensioner rather than having certain pots that the government would manage. But that's to be discussed elsewhere as part of these proposals that we have before us today. And then the final area that I wanted to explore was investing in our economy, because clearly growth is absolutely essential. And if our pension industry can be part of what oils the wheels of growth, and that is to be welcomed. And as Liberal Democrats, making sure that we are driving social rented housing that is desperately needed, and our high streets, and seeing if those can be areas that can benefit from investment is absolutely essential. However, I would agree with colleagues who've already raised this, that we do have concerns around mandation. The Minister has said positive things around mandation. We look forward to unpicking that through the committee system with him. But we believe that part of that is making sure there's clear transparency, and what we would also like to do as Liberal Democrats is make sure that there is clear evidence as to how pensions are helping us drive climate change in a positive way, and in preparing for that. So in conclusion, Madam Deputy Speaker, we want as Liberal Democrats to make sure that the pensioner themselves is front and centre. We welcome the reorganisation, but for us, driving that positive growth in our economy is absolutely essential as part of these proposals, and we look forward to working with the Minister and his colleagues in getting this positive legislation through our processes. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Sarah Edwards.